Okay, welcome to my first live music review for 2014, and a long overdue one. It's been a few months since I actually applied the full or even any part of the criteria to a live music review. Well, new age, new magazine, new attitude. Time to get real serious. Right, and in case you're curious, I'm doing this review while walking up West Broad Street in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on January 14th, 2014. The review is, before I do that, I'd like to give you an idea of what the area looks like day and night. If you live here, you already know what it looks like, and yes, it is 237 and 45 degrees right now. But in case you are planning a visit to the area, so we can get an idea of what it's like to walk around the streets, kind of entice you into that a little bit. But the review itself is of the Lou Franco project, and they performed at the Molten Lounge inside the Sands Casino. There is a video review of the Molten Lounge itself. Separately, the date was Monday. Days are running together. The date was Monday, January 13th, 2014. On that evening. No, I'm not even suffering from sleep deprivation here. But I have seen Lou and his band perform a few times with Sarah Ayers. I have caught just the Lou Franco project at least one time in 2013. So, but this is the actual point-by-point criteria. And I know if you read the criteria, there are no exceptions. Well, there's an exception to every rule in the universe. And there is an exception to one major point, right, with the Lou Franco project and their show tonight. But I will get to that shortly. Show started at 8 o'clock. Got there about 20 to 9, so I was there for the better part of the 3 sets. And right off, it's a Monday night. We're not even officially a month into winter yet, so I did expect it to be a low turnout. No big deal. It's a low. Chances are there's a low turnout in most major cities on a Monday night, especially during winter. No big deal on that front. But the band, the music. Let's start off with that category. The variety was there throughout the course of the show. Their style and genre is mostly classic rock to what is now considered oldies. By oldies, I mean Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, and even back to the Beatles. Yes, it pains me to almost say that some of those names and consider them oldies. I'm 42. But where the variety comes in, where the main point of the variety came in, this was not a straight through, okay, here's a straight classic rock, we're going from one rock song to the next, and potentially bore the hell out of you by the end of the show type deal. Lou Franco project actually at points did mix it up, where yes, they did the rock, they did the higher energy, harder beat rock, but at points they slowed it down, and there were couples together on the dance floor. So the variety was there. The variety of music actually really kept my attention. I wasn't just like, okay, there was 4 songs, but the band just played 4 songs, okay, which at times it happens. I'll be on, be honest. Most people will realize that if you think about it. As far as they did all covers I believe it was all covers tonight. Yes, it was. They did all covers tonight. Did they nail every song perfectly on the vocals? No. I'll be honest with you. There were a couple that the vocals were off. Show me one cover band that can nail every song on the vocals. That is actually not a major point with it, that is actually not all that big. But I will have to point out here, there have been bands, and I saw one just recently, where the vocals, I'm going to turn the camera around because you actually have to see my expression here. When I say not bad, that not every band, trust me, I have seen bands where this is my expression on the vocals on more than one occasion in this same set. Ouch! I felt that one. What you just saw, no joke, I have done it so many times already. I have at no point with the music end of it, did I have any desire to, okay, I'm bored out of my mind, how much longer till the set's over so I can take off? Yes, I did go outside, even though they allow smoking in there. I did go outside at times for a cigarette. No big deal. Took a couple drags, went back in. Not a factor. There have been bands, as far as my taking a cigarette break, where I'm like, okay, go outside, hang out there for 15 minutes, come back in. Okay, another song. That was not the case with the Lou Franco project tonight. Crowd interaction. Major point. As high, if not higher than music with me. Reason? You're going there to see the music, to listen to the music. No kidding. But it's the crowd interaction is one of the points that will keep your attention, okay, on the band versus just paying attention to your drink, being on your phone, talking to your friends, and just listening to it in the background. The crowd interaction is what helps you feel the show versus just listening to it. And I'm also including hard breaks and slides. See the live music review criteria for the definitions. Give you a quick version. Hard break in between songs. When the band actually stops playing for anywhere from a few seconds to, I've seen, up to a minute and a half, and there's no music. No, I'm not talking about a set break. This is a break in between songs in one set. A slide, go from one song right to the next. No break, no talking, no nothing. Let's keep the music going. We have people's attention. Let's keep the music going. Hard breaks and slides are both an essential part of a show with me and the reviews I do. The combination, I do not have preference one over the other, but the combination does really help keep your attention. And actually at times bring your attention back to the stage and the band. So the crowd interaction was very good. Okay. Again, it was Monday night. There really wasn't that much energy there. People went there to see the band. They were just, chilling out. Start of the week. Okay, let's just go see the band, have fun. No big deal. So the band's energy level, before you get to the hard breaks and slides, there was pretty much a hard break in between most songs with a few slides thrown in between. But they did a good job on covering the hard breaks. How I rate covering hard break is, okay, I've seen it where, you know what, we're just going to stop one song, check our set list, and about anywhere between 10 to 45 seconds later, start the next song, and at best, we're going to talk to each other and not even acknowledge the crowd's existence. So, the Lou Franco project, they did a great job of they did a very good job of covering the hard breaks with joking around, talking to the crowd, thanking them for thanking them for being there, spending a Monday evening with them, etc. They did a very good job on that. Yeah, there were times of silence, but no big deal. It's not like the place. If it had been a Friday night, place was jamming people, yeah, I would have fried them for it. But due to the crowd and the overall type of atmosphere, they did a good job. It's okay. Yeah, they could have done better, but it could have been a lot worse, honestly. And maybe I'm violating something that is in the live music criteria, but like I said, there are exceptions to every rule, and certain times I will not be flexible. Certain times I will, to a minor point. Crowd energy. Again, it really wasn't all there. Crowd interaction. Back to that quick. Throughout the course of the night, almost every single person in that lounge, and it went from maybe about 20 people to over 50, the crowd fluctuated on a rough estimate. Everyone was focused on the band when they were playing. So they did keep the crowd's attention with both the music and the crowd interaction. And yes, the crowd did respond at times. Crowd energy loop really wasn't there. Sorry, Loop. Sorry to the band, but it really wasn't there. Was I expecting it? Not really. Honestly, the band did a good job of reading the crowd. Okay. Yes, they fluctuated. The music did. Variety did fluctuate in tone, in style, and to a point, genre. But the band did a great job of reading the crowd. They could tell. It was easy to tell that the crowd was not there it wasn't a Friday night where, okay, let's go out and party, let's, start screaming, high energy level. We want to hit 50 people want to hit the dance floor at the same time, etc., etc., etc. So the band crowd energy level was average. I will say this, but again, a band has to read a crowd. They have to know what they want, do they want to get up and dance? In more experienced bands, which is what the Lou Franco project easily is, they know how to do that. So they did a very good job on reading the crowd. Now, as far as with one of the major points of the get your ass off the stage, even if it's only dropping off right in front onto the dance floor, and making the crowd a part of the show performance, not just sitting there watching and listening to it. I will fry any band for this. Not tonight. One main reason. Due to, and please, if you want to find out the actual reason, check out the Lou Franco Project on Facebook and their website. Ask around, but there's a very legitimate reason. And here is where I have to give the band, and especially Lou, above excellent. Due to how Lou managed to pull off 3 sets standing on a stage, moving around, playing to the crowd, I don't have the first clue. Honestly, I don't know exactly what happened. Again, check everything out. Not my place to say, but I do know that in December, Lou was in the hospital, and the band had to cancel at least one gig because of it. Okay? Nothing bad, Nothing he had any control over. Nothing anyone had any control over. Part of life. Okay? So, how he was able, I mean, Lou must truly loves music and loves doing it, because the band could have easily canceled and said, you know what, there's other shows. You know, Lou could have said, hey, look, I don't want to I don't want to push it right now. You know, but they kept the show time. They got up there for 3 sets, and they did their best. And I'll tell you what, you cannot tell anything was wrong watching him and watching the band on stage. So Lou, beyond excellent job here. How you did it, I have no clue. Now, here's the kicker of it. Even though they did not get off the stage, they still played to the crowd. Okay? They moved around. They were looking at the crowd. At points, they were right on the edge of the stage, like, okay, well, let's show you what we can really do. Like we always, like always. So yeah, they did a good job on this. They did a good job in the area of crowd interaction. Stage show, again, an exception. And before any bands think of it, you know what? I saw Lou, I saw the band. You know what? This exception is not going to apply to every band out there. Not going to happen, okay? But yeah, they did a great job. Now, it's like I said, as far as the energy goes, I'll be honest with you. When I went out to do this review, I went to go out, listen to a band, do the review, chill out. It's Monday night. Normally I'm out. Okay, let's get the music going. I'm pumped up and everything. That's the kind of mood even I was in, to be completely honest with you. So, but as far as, I think it's time. I think I nailed pretty much every major point. One other point on crowd interaction I just thought of. In between sets, they weren't hiding in the room. You want to go say hi, you want to talk to them? Hey, not a problem in the world. Easily accessible. I know you pretty much, well, it's a local band, but still. They could have gone into the room and say, you know what, we're taking a break, we're just going to get away from people. So, in fact, I saw one lady come up at the end of the first set, and I have to point this out, where and give the band credit here, where she had a younger lady that was in a wheelchair that came up, and I was speaking with Lou, and the lady said, she always has to meet, she always wants to meet the band members, and the girl in the wheelchair the young lady in the wheelchair was really, I could tell she was really excited. So, and Lou was like, hey, how's it going? The band members were like, hey, how are you doing? So that really, that put a smile on my face. Seeing them do that. So, now a quick point by overall rating, recommendation, point by point breakdown. And I should have split this up into 2 segments. I apologize. Hopefully you made it this far, like you do, like when you type up the reviews. Point by point breakdown. Music between, I'd have to say above half attention, which check my rating scale as far as the actually music surprised me, which is the second highest rating. It's kind of between surprised me and excellent. They even threw me a curve with slowing it down. The band threw me a curve, so I'd have to go with between surprised me and excellent, which is my second highest and highest rating. can't quite give them an excellent, and I know I said that it's so major point, but they missed on a few, they missed vocally on a few songs. Again, no big deal, but for excellent, it's very, very, very hard to get that rating from me, because when I first started doing these, when I first started doing these, I was way too easy on the bands, okay? Now, crowd interaction, band energy, yes, I'm grouping this all together. Crowd interaction, band energy, crowd energy, stage show, because all this pretty much kind of goes under one major category. I would have to go with, and this is not taking into account what I said about Lou at all, I would have to go with Have Attention would surprise me, because even though everybody, the whole thing, it was a mellow night there with the crowd, they got people on the dance floor, both for for the rock, the faster rock, and for slowing it down. So dance floor, the amount of people there was very, did respond at points, not as often as I thought, but actually, yeah, I'm thinking about this real hard. Have Attention to surprise me, my third to second highest rating, because there were songs that I thought they would have pulled people to the dance floor with. Crowd interaction would have to be surprised me, because it wasn't just the joking around, the coming right to the edge of the stage, even though I didn't get off the stage, doing a special song, taking requests, doing a special song for people, for a couple who was there and they were getting married in 11 days. So, like I said, this one's a tough call for me. Take your pick on this one. This is a rare occasion. Either surprised me, or between Have Attention and surprise me. I'm letting you figure this one out. It's honestly, it's one of the rare occasions where it's a tough call for me. So band interaction, crowd interaction, band energy level, crowd energy, dance floor, I'm grouping all this together, it surprised me. Taking all of those categories into account, it surprised me, because honestly they did, especially with some of the crowd interaction, dance floor. I know I just grouped everything together, but I want to wrap this one up on you, because I didn't have the intelligence to split it into two parts. Overall rating recommendation, I would have to go with my second highest of surprised me, just because they didn't pull. To get an overall rating of excellent means you got to nail it down in every category. I don't think I've seen one. I think I've only seen maybe one band that came very close to it. I know I'm tough, but I've been told in the past, before I revamped the rating system, that I was way too easy on the bands, and I noticed it was too many bands were getting high ratings when they actually didn't deserve them, or too many performances. Would I recommend the Lou Franco project to go see, as far as, a band? Yeah, I would. Not even thinking about it. Based on the overall rating, based on the music variety that they played, it wasn't just straight through one speed of music. I would have to say place the Lou Franco project mid to upper range in your list. If you're into classic rock, put them high on your list to catch them at least one time. See the band at least one time, at least one show. If you're not into, if you're not really into classic rock, I'd say go mid range. Depends on what type of music you're into. Above all, but important note here, above anything else, remember, any review you do, even if it's based on criteria that you hear or read, is someone's opinion. This is mine based on the criteria I've established by seeing. I've lost track of how many local bands and how many shows I've seen since I started doing this, and also in my life in general. So it's just my opinion. And by the way, make sure you check out the video clips that I took, because that is where you will either say, you know what, you were right, or hey ass, hey jackass, what the hell were you talking about? They're much better or much worse than what you said. So make sure you check out the video clips. Let me know, always let me know if you agree or disagree. Like I said, it's just my opinion based on the criteria. As always, thanks a lot for listening to this review. I know I should have split up into 2 parts, my mistake, but hopefully you made it through the whole thing. And check out the Lou Franco project. They do shows with Sarah Ayers. Basically the same thing with female. And also one last quick point that I just thought of before I say goodbye. They did actually have I believe her name was Jenny Rossi. They even brought up a special guest singer for a Janis Joplin song. So they did throw variety into it. Again, another point that earned the overall rating of surprised me. But to be honest with you, I cannot give an overall excellent rating. As always, thank you for checking this out, for listening to me drone on and on, and checking out this review. Wherever you live in this world, I hope your 2014 is starting off safe, very good. I wish you a happy, safe, and successful rest of the year and beyond. Thank you very much. A Valley and beyond, as always, Michael Phoenix.